to run for mayor some 4 years ago, I knew the ropes at City Hall because I had the opportunity to work with 3 successful mayors before me. And I wanted to know how City Hall would run with the mayor in the position in this city. I looked at our charter to see what our charter says. Our city charter says that the mayor and the city council overlooks our city manager. Our city manager overlooks the city employees. I vowed to run a campaign above board because I realized that I'm a gospel minister and I needed to continue to earn the respect of the citizens here in our community. I didn't want to include our city staff in this election because they're not running for office. Those who sit around this table are the ones who are running to office. A mayor nor the city council member can go into City Hall and fire any city employee. But 4 years ago, I took the office of mayor, and it was a smooth transition from going from Mayor Bruce Gilbert and to incumbent mayor myself, Fred Perriman. The citizens in this city wanted the city to be represented by a leader who had a proven record of leadership, integrity, and experience. You will find in every area of our city great improvements have been done. Madison is on the rise because of the mayor and the team that he is surrounded with. We are moving in the right direction. I say to each of you, don't stop us now. It's not the mayor, it's the team that he works with gets the job done. It's not the mayor, but it's citizens like you that help us keep Madison to where it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Robert?
Thank you. My name is Robert Lanier. I live at 472 South Main Street here in Madison. I've been here for the last 16 years. Pardon me. I've been told that don't enough people in Madison know me because I haven't been walking the streets or doing the things that some people do to get to be known here. But I want to tell you a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Atlanta, in DeKalb County, in Decatur, in that area. I have been in Georgia all my life. I've lived in either Atlanta or here in Madison, so in Decatur or here in Madison. My mother was born in Morgan County. My father was born and raised over in Greene and Hancock County, adjoining Morgan County. I had the fortune of being the son of very fine Christian parents who raised me right and did the best they could. Anything I did that was not just right was because of what I did. It wasn't because of what they did. I, if elected, will be a strong pro-business candidate. I need for you to know that I spent a number of years in business myself. I owned 7 companies. We were in the real estate development business and had been very successful until the economic crisis of 2008. We had a tough time during those periods of time, but we went through it. We worked through it with character and integrity and did the best job that we could. And we never bankrupted ourselves personally or any of our companies. It was through that business experience that I bring here today the opportunity to work for you and serve the people of Madison. I served 4 terms on the DeKalb County Board of Commissioners. I was elected in 1975 and served there until 1990. During that period of time, I spent 15 and a half years serving the people, 500,000 people in DeKalb County. And I feel like that I was reelected those 4 times, 3 times with a large majority of the vote. And on the last time I served, I did not have opposition.
Okay,
I
this
have.
time. Kathy?
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. It is wonderful to see this room filled and standing room in the back, and we know how much you are interested in the candidates and the forum before you. I just wanted to also thank the Morgan County Citizen, who has been wonderful in terms of their coverage for all of the candidates, and of course, Bob Hughes, the Chamber of Commerce. We thank you. My name is Kathy Russell, and I am a businesswoman. I've never run for office before. Certainly always had wonderful and successful businesses, which might have kept me out of public service. I did, however, work in public service. I worked for the city of Charleston. I worked under Mayor Joseph P. Riley Jr., who is probably one of the most fantastic mayors in this country. He took a city from a failing city. When the military pulled out, we lost 100,000 citizens in 1 week. And so, of course, what we did then was find the backbone of our economy, and that was going to be tourism. And Joe started. And he had people around him, much like the people that we need as candidates around us, to help bring Madison to the place where it absolutely can be. I worked for Joe. I headed neighborhood services, which of course is one of those subjects that's near and dear to my heart. I know that to have neighborhood services in any city brings people closer together. It allows for us to address the problems, especially in some of our neighborhoods that seem somewhat forgotten. And I also, of course, was the director of museums, and that's where tourism comes into play for me. My business side, I started the Charleston Candy Company, and then followed that with the Savannah Candy Company. And I was the first person to bring candy and confections to the Biltmore House in Asheville. I was hugely successful. I started packing candy in my living room. A year later, I bought my first building. And 2.5 years later, I sold my candy companies, all 3 of them, for 20 times my initial investment. The one thing that I do know how to do is show a profit. Rick and I came to Madison about 8 years ago. And of course, again, just like a lot of you, come here and find this idyllic, beautiful place to live. But it's not without its problems. And of course, that's the reason I decided to run. I decided that it was time for us to all work together, but to be sure that the people of Madison are heard. It's been a long time since all of you have been heard, and it's time to change that. Thank you.
Thank you.